Let's delve into a classic movie from 1949 that's filled with laughter, surprises, and moments that tug at your heartstrings. Among the diverse characters in this film, who left the biggest impression on you? Share your favorite character below. And can you recall a scene or moment from this movie that stayed with you long after it ended? We're eager to hear your thoughts. If you have any special memories or personal stories connected to this film, feel free to share them too. Stay tuned for more fascinating facts about this movie. In the 1949 movie East Side, West Side, Van Heflin really stands out. He plays a character who deals with a lot of emotions because of his friend's actions. Barbara Stanwyck and Sid Charisse also play important roles, adding depth to the story. The movie talks about cheating in relationships and how it affects people. James Mason plays a guy who cheated on his wife, adding more drama. Ava Gardner's character is interesting too, but she's not a very nice person. Heflin and Charisse are the best part of the movie. Charisse's character is innocent and brings some fun to the serious story. There's a scene where they dance together that's really enjoyable. The movie is all about love, cheating, and forgiveness. Heflin's acting is really good and shows how talented he is. It's definitely worth watching. In her movie debut, Beverly Michaels, portraying Felice Backett, starred in the 1949 movie East Side, West Side. Barbara Stanwyck and Ava Gardner, who shared one scene, passed away just 5 days apart in 1990. Sid Charisse missed out on significant musical roles due to injury and pregnancy. Leslie Kernan and Ann Miller took over the parts instead. In the movie, there's a scene set in an apartment kind of like the one in Adam's Rib. But here's the twist: the furniture and stuff change, even though it's the same place. The music in the film sounds a bit like that famous song Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin. Before they picked the actors, they were thinking about different people for the main roles like Greer Garson, Fred McMurray, and Claudette Colbert. It's interesting to think about how the movie would have been with them instead. In the film, Gale Sondergaard, portraying the mother of Barbara Stanwyck's character, appears remarkably close in age to Stanwyck herself, despite being only 8 years older in reality. This curious fact adds an intriguing layer to their on-screen dynamic. Moreover, East Side, West Side marked the last film for Gale Sondergaard for 2 decades until her appearance in Slaves. Her absence from the screen was due to her refusal to testify before the House Un-American Activities Committee, resulting in her being blacklisted. James Mason, a prominent figure in the cast, bears no relation to the American actor Jim Mason, also known as James Mason, who gained fame in silent films, particularly westerns in the 1920s and 1930s. This distinction is important to note to avoid any confusion between the two actors. Such behind-the-scenes details provide insight into the making of the film and the lives of its cast members, offering a glimpse into the complexities of Hollywood during that era. In a famous movie, Barbara Stanwyck, known for her outstanding performances, had a unique farewell. Instead of a regular funeral, she was cremated, and her ashes were spread over Lone Pine, California, where she had filmed some well-loved westerns. At a young age, Nancy Reagan had an early encounter with someone important in politics. When she was just 7 years old, she went to the White House Easter egg roll and got to meet then First Lady Grace Coolidge. Also, MGM liked to pair Ava Gardner and Sid Charisse in movies because they looked a lot alike. Their chemistry on screen made their films even more enjoyable for audiences. In the movie, Sid Charisse, although interred in a niche at Hillside Memorial Park, was actually a practicing Methodist. Her funeral was presided over by Dr. Gary Allen Dickey, pastor of the United Methodist Church of Westlake Village. MGM acquired the film rights for $200,000, according to a report from The Hollywood Reporter. This movie marked the third and final pairing of Barbara Stanwyck and Van Heflin, following their appearances in The Strange Love of Martha Ivers and B.F.'s Daughter. In another film, Gale Sondergaard was set to portray the Wicked Witch of the West. Originally, the character was meant to resemble Snow White's beautiful yet wicked queen. However, it was later decided that the witch should be portrayed as ugly, leading Gale to decline the role. Barbara Stanwyck received recognition for her contributions to Western cinema when she was inducted into the Hall of Great Western Performers of the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in 1973. Despite previously sharing the screen in The Killers, Ava Gardner and William Conrad did not have any scenes together in this particular film. Sid Charisse began her career with the famed ballet Russe. joining the Corps de Ballet at age 14. During her time with the company, she toured the United States and Europe. To fit in with the troupe's aesthetic, she used various Russian-sounding names such as Natasha Chilelis, Celia Sidorova, and Maria Istroma. Jewel Rose made her debut in the film, marking the beginning of her career in the industry. Barbara Stanwyck was featured in Back in the Saddle essays on Western film and television actors, edited by Gary Yaugi in 1998. Despite its lackluster performance at the box office, the 1949 movie managed to scrape a modest profit of $31,000 equivalent to $387,000 today, according to studio records. Gale Sondergaard, who faced a blacklist in 1947, received a supporting role as Barbara Stanwyck's mother in a bid to gauge industry reception. Unfortunately, her appearance cemented her blacklisting, and she wouldn't grace another major Hollywood film for nearly 3 decades. Notably, the film marked the beginning of a trio of collaborations between James Mason and Ava Gardner, including Pandora and The Flying Dutchman and Mayerling. Thus, despite its financial mediocrity, the film holds historical significance for its impact on the careers of those involved. Barbara Stanwyck was highly praised by director Mervyn LeRoy for her exceptional kindness, which touched everyone on set. She treated everyone from technicians to extras with warmth and generosity. Her caring attitude created a friendly and collaborative atmosphere during filming. Stanwyck's personality made a big impact on the crew, making them respect and work well together. Her presence reminded everyone to treat others with respect and kindness. Also, the movie had a touching moment with Feyrich Burroughs' final appearance, adding a sad but meaningful moment to the production. Burroughs' last performance reminded everyone that filmmaking is temporary and emphasized the importance of cherishing the moments shared during the process. Looking back, this film not only showcased talent, but also celebrated the friendships formed during its creation. Stanwyck's kindness and Burroughs' farewell are reminders of how people can deeply influence each other's lives, both on and off the screen. In a surprising turn of events, a sad incident occurred during the making of the movie when actress Barbara Stanwyck fell ill from working too hard on set. This event highlighted how tough it can be for actors during filming, showing the sacrifices they make for the sake of making a great movie. As for the film itself, it explores the ins and outs of relationships, especially marriage and city life. Directed by Mervyn LeRoy, the story follows the lives of a rich couple, their friends, and their affairs outside marriage. It all unfolds in New York City, reflecting the expectations of society and the personal battles people face. East Side, West Side gives a real look at human feelings, diving into love, betrayal, and finding redemption. Even though it came out more than 70 years ago, the movie's touching story still connects with viewers today, giving timeless lessons about the complicated nature of relationships. In an unexpected twist, it's sad to note that the 1949 film was originally planned to be shot in color. However, due to money problems, they had to go with black and white instead. Despite facing challenges during filming, the movie pulled together a great cast, including Barbara Stanwyck, James Mason, and Ava Gardner. Stanwyck, known for her many talents, gave a strong performance as a woman stuck in a love triangle, showing off her skills as an actress. James Mason, known for his powerful presence on screen, played the conflicted husband torn between doing what's right and what he desires. His performance added depth to the character, making him easy to relate to. Ava Gardner, in one of her early roles, captured audiences with her beauty and charm. Even though she didn't have a lot of screen time, she left a big impression, showing off her potential as a rising star in Hollywood. Directed by Mervyn LeRoy, the movie delves into themes of cheating, jealousy, and finding forgiveness against the backdrop of New York City. LeRoy's skillful direction and attention to detail brought the city streets to life, pulling viewers into its lively atmosphere. Despite its early problems, East Side, West Side remains a moving and thought-provoking look at human relationships, showcasing the talent of its cast and crew. Its timeless themes still hit home with audiences, making it a classic of its time. In a surprising turn of events, tragedy struck during the filming of the movie. One of the lead actors, Barbara Stanwyck, suffered a personal loss when her husband, Robert Taylor, was caught having an affair with her co-star, Ava Gardner. This shocking revelation deeply affected Stanwyck, adding a layer of real-life drama to the film's narrative. The movie itself delves into the complexities of relationships, showcasing the struggles and heartaches faced by its characters. Directed by Mervyn LeRoy, the film paints a poignant picture of love, betrayal, and redemption against the backdrop of New York City. Stanwyck's character finds herself torn between her loyalty to her husband and her growing feelings for another man. As the story unfolds, viewers are drawn into a web of emotions, witnessing the highs and lows of marriage and infidelity. Despite the personal turmoil behind the scenes, the cast delivered powerful performances that resonated with audiences. With its raw portrayal of human emotions, East Side, West Side left a lasting impression on viewers, reminding them of the fragility of relationships and the consequences of betrayal. In conclusion, East Side, West Side remains a poignant reminder of the complexities of love and marriage, both on and off the screen. Its tragic trivia only adds to the depth of its narrative, making it a film that continues to captivate audiences to this day. In a surprising turn, a sad event happened during the making of a movie back in 1949. Despite careful planning, there was an accident that led to the death of a crew member. This was a big shock to everyone involved and served as a reminder of the dangers in making films. Moving past the tragedy, the movie itself explores complicated relationships and the results of being unfaithful. It's set in New York City and follows the lives of its characters as they deal with love, betrayal, and finding redemption. With great actors like Barbara Stanwyck and James Mason, the movie really grabs your attention with its strong emotions and interesting story. Even though some people didn't like the movie because of its controversial topics, it's still an important part of film history. It shows us how complex people can be and the consequences of our choices. Its lasting influence continues to connect with audiences, reminding us how fragile relationships are and how forgiveness can be powerful. In a surprising turn of events, during the filming of the 1949 movie East Side, West Side, tragedy struck the set when a major character, portrayed by Barbara Stanwyck, suffered a serious injury during a stunt scene. The accident resulted in a halt in production for several weeks and led to a significant delay in the release of the film. Despite the setback, the cast and crew rallied together to ensure the completion of the project, showcasing their dedication and resilience in the face of adversity. Directed by Mervyn Leroy, the film delves into the complexities of marriage, infidelity, and social class in New York City. It features an ensemble cast including James Mason, Ava Gardner, and Van Heflin, who deliver compelling performances that capture the emotional depth of the narrative. The film's gritty portrayal of urban life and its exploration of moral dilemmas resonated with audiences, making it a memorable addition to the film noir genre. With its compelling storyline and standout performances, East Side, West Side remains a poignant reminder of the challenges faced by individuals navigating love, loyalty, and betrayal in a bustling metropolis. Despite the passage of time, the film continues to captivate audiences with its timeless themes and memorable characters. In a shocking twist, one of the tragic trivia facts about the film lies in its reception. Despite boasting a stellar cast and a compelling narrative, it failed to resonate with audiences of its time, resulting in underwhelming box office returns. This disappointment was particularly poignant considering the high expectations associated with its release. Moving beyond its reception, the film delves into the intricacies of relationships, infidelity, and societal expectations. Set against the backdrop of New York City, it navigates the complexities of love and loyalty, shedding light on the darker aspects of human nature. The narrative revolves around the lives of a married couple, their friends and acquaintances, all intertwined in a web of deceit and desire. As the story unfolds, secrets are unearthed, exposing the fragile facade of suburban bliss. One of the central characters, a charismatic socialite, finds herself torn between her husband and a former lover, leading to a series of devastating consequences. Her internal struggle serves as a poignant commentary on the constraints of societal norms and the pursuit of personal fulfillment. The film's somber tone is accentuated by its atmospheric cinematography and haunting musical score, evoking a sense of melancholy that lingers long after the credits roll. Despite its commercial shortcomings, it remains a compelling portrait of human frailty and the complexities of love in the urban landscape.